Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I got an email this morning from Nancy who had a question about ACX scams. Now, I haven't been on ACX, truthfully, a whole lot lately. And unfortunately, this is something that we all deal with pretty much on every platform. There has been, with the current state of things, there's been a lot of people that have found themselves furloughed, laid off. You know, people have to make a living. So there is an influx of freelancers on, in all respects, not just voiceover and audiobook narration. I'm also on TikTok and all of the other social media platforms, and I've seen an uptick in some videos, namely on TikTok, where people will jump on there and go, "You want to make $1,000 per day? I'll show you how." And then they show you ACX and Fiverr to be a voice actor and that sort of thing, not realizing that most of the people on there have gone through coaching and training and have thousands of dollars worth of equipment that they've invested in their business, in this freelancing niche. So there are going to be, along with an influx of people interested in learning to do voiceover and audiobook narration, along with them, there's going to be quite a few more scams. Now, all of the websites that I work with, namely Fiverr, Upwork, Bidalgo, all of those guys, you have to go through several steps of verification. They're trying their best to keep scammers out. However, some still slip through the cracks. Um, a lot of which you'll see directly on ACX. And this video is not only for audiobook narrators, but also for authors and rights holders as well. You have to be aware that there are a lot of people trying to make that quick buck. And by making that on what you have done, all of your blood, sweat, and tears, everything that you have put into your book, there are some people out there that want to try to make your ebook into an audiobook and hope that you don't notice. Um, there are some ways that you can sniff out these people. If you're a narrator and you're approached with a job, there are some red flags that I'm going to share with you in this video to help you decide how you move forward with the job or to report them if you can. And for authors, I'm going to show you also, in the same vein, along with narrators, how to keep tabs on your ebook or anything going on out there in your name by somebody else, if that makes sense. So let's get into this video for ACX scammers and what to look out for. I don't know why it is that every time I try to start a video, someone starts making some noise outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like someone's power washing outside in the community I live in. Hopefully, it's not too bad on your end. But one of the first places that I recommend that narrators and authors alike check into is a site called audiobookscout.com. Let me show you. This is audiobookscout.com. I signed up for a free trial with them, believe it was October, and I'm an idiot and can't keep track of things, and then, of course, it expired, but it was really, really useful for someone who narrates or wants to narrate a lot of audiobooks. Not only that, but for authors, I believe there is, let's look at okay, here are the 2 plans that you can choose from. You do get a free trial. I think it's either 14 days or 30 days. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But there's Scout Basic, which is $5 a month, and then there's the other one, Scout Pro, for $10 a month. If you write a lot of books or if you're a narrator and you narrate a lot of books, this is a great tool to use because you can get in there and set some search parameters as far as, the length of the book, the genre, the any kind of keywords that you want, and you can save. I think for the basic, you get up to 2 saved searches, and then for the pro, you get up to 10 searches. And then those searches will be available to you in Audiobook Scout on your dashboard, but then they'll also be emailed to you as soon as they are available, as soon as they're listed to audition or for audition. But let me show you some of the emails that I got so you can get an idea of how useful this is. Okay, this is one of the last emails I got from Audiobook Scout, but just to give you an idea, these are listings that are emailed to you based on your desired frequency that will be sent to you if they match any of your searches. So here are a few that were sent to me, and as you can see, here's some of uh, the keywords that I chose for my search. But if I scroll down here at the bottom, we get this one that pops up with this red warning text. The rights holder may not have the rights to produce this book. Proceed with caution. So, this could be one of two things. This could be a possible scam. Actually, it could be one of three things. One, it could be a possible scam. It could be someone trying to take someone else's ebook, maybe an author just starting out, doesn't have much of an internet presence, and they posted their first ebook online. Maybe the author's not very active, and this person thinks that the author's not going to notice. This is someone who has downloaded their ebook, probably purchased it, and then is offering it as their own to narrators to create an audiobook, and then that person will then collect the royalties. Or number 2, it could be what they call PLR, which is private label rights. These are items that are created for you by other content creators, and people can buy books and rebrand them, you know, change up, edit the contents, change the title, and do pretty much what they want with it if they have the master resale rights. Um, or this could be that this author is just brand new. They don't have, again, much of a internet presence, or maybe they haven't gone through all of the verification steps with ACX. There are a few different things this could be. However, Audiobook Scout will tell you this on the listing itself. And then they also give you an option to, it's like an add on for the website. It's called Snoop or Author Snoop. And if you click that button, you can research the author. You can see what books they have created. So it gives you a better idea of this, if this book listing is actually legit or not. So that in itself, in a snapshot, is worth having audiobookscout.com if you're a narrator or an author, if you want to keep an eyeball on all of your ebooks and see if someone else other than you has listed it for audiobook production. See, as we scroll down in this email, there's another one, and there's another one, and there's another one. So, needless to say, there are quite a few things to look for when you are auditioning for an audiobook, and we'll go through those now. One of the major red flags when you audition for an audiobook, or if someone offers a job to you, it's usually more prevalent with people offering you the job. They will sit and seek out producers, especially newer ones that don't have a lot of titles under their belt or haven't been on ACX very long. They will single out those narrators and they'll send them an email saying, "Hey, I've got this book. It's blah, blah, blah words long, and I can offer you usually a low uh, per finished hour or a royalty share. Usually not so much royalty share plus, but I could be wrong. The ones that I have seen have all been royalty share. That's all they want to deal with. And the email is, poorly written. It was the one glaring indicator that it's not the author. Obviously, if you're an author, you've got some skills in writing and punctuation. If there's, tons of misspelled words, and I get it if English is not your first language, some of the words are gonna be difficult, but I mean, if it's obviously someone that does not write for a living or, doesn't have the chops to write a book, you can tell in that email. Another thing to look out for is if you once you receive this offer, check out the listing. Go to Amazon and look at this book. See if it has any kind of ratings, if it has any kind of sales rank, if it's even attached to an author, like an author's page. Most authors on Amazon have all of their books listed that they have written. If it's just a lone book sitting on an Amazon page with, you know, nothing about the author, or again, it looks pretty shady. I mean, usually you can tell by looking at it if it's legit or not, but do your research. If you want to, reach out to the author and say, "Hey, I just received this offer to produce your audiobook for XYZ book. Was this you, or do you have a publishing company looking for a narrator for this book?" And they may say, "Yes, I do. That's me." Or they might say, "No, I don't. But would you like to narrate it for me?" You know what I mean? But there's no harm in reaching out to the author because it protects you and it protects the author. So if, when in doubt, throw it out. I think I said that in the email this morning. you know, if all of your spidey senses are saying, "Don't touch this book," and you don't get a reply from the author if you reached out, or, anything just doesn't feel right, don't audition for it. You can always report that title to ACX. If you take a copy of the title, and if you go to need help in your ACX, you come to this page, you hit contact us, you hit other, and then other, and then you can, it says to sign in, but I'm already signed in. But you get the idea. You can report that title to ACX and say, "Hey, I just contacted the author and, this is not them. You might want to look into this." And then on the same token, the author, if you contacted them and they said, "No, that's not me," they themselves can go on their end and check through their KDP, or, anywhere else. They can check through Amazon to see if there is already an audiobook version of their ebook that they haven't authorized. So then they can squash that as soon as possible. So it not only helps you as a narrator, but you as an author as well. And just as a side note, when people ask you for the codes they're referring to are your promo codes. The rights holder and the narrator both get promo codes to share the book and to give away free copies, basically, to garner ratings and reviews. Obviously, with better reviews, the book is going to sell faster. So that's what those are. But that is ACX scams in a nutshell. Just be vigilant, do your homework. It's a few extra steps, but will keep you and the author from being harmed in the long run. So, anytime that you receive a book offer, whether it be through ACX or any other platform, do your research. See if the book is on Amazon. If it's on ACX, it has to be listed on Amazon. But for anywhere else, do a little research on the author, do a little research on the book, see if it's got good ratings, if the author is has any kind of internet presence, and if so, reach out to them. You know, just double check with them and make sure that they are on either through their publisher or through, self-publishing if they themselves are looking for an audiobook to be produced. It doesn't hurt. It takes a few extra seconds, but in the long run, you'll build a happy relationship with hopefully a long term client. So that is my rant on ACX scams. I hope this helps. As always, leave me some comments down below. Send me an email. I always love hearing from you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Throw me a like. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.